So I got to say that today I ended up seeing some things that I didn't really expect to see. Um, One of them I kind of did, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. And it wasn't the Republican presidential debate, which was, I don't know. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see you guys. I don't know what channel we're going to talk about it on, but today we did have a pretty cool and a really fun live stream on another channel, another Squirrel Tribe channel. So maybe we'll do that again tomorrow, and we can incorporate the reaction to this Republican debate, which was. You guys leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think or thought about it. If you watched it, or if you didn't watch it, why you didn't watch it. But either way, I did see a few things today that I like unexpected, totally unexpected. And one of them is actually the latest out of Costco. So yesterday, we talked about the changes that were coming to Target, obviously because of the rise in crime and theft. But this one is actually pretty cool. And it says that Costco is selling gold bars and they are selling out within a few hours. Now, granted, if they're selling out, then maybe it's going to be next to impossible for you to go get your own. But for as many people who would normally ask about buying gold, and if you have a Costco membership, and if you are near a Costco, or you're near a Costco, but you don't have a membership, maybe this may entice you to go get one, and you can go out and you can go buy some of these gold bars. So it says that Costco is selling a 1 ounce gold PAMP Suisse Lady Fortuna Veriscan bar. Costco Chief Financial Officer CFO Richard Galanti said the bars are in hot demand and don't last long when in stock. So now, I don't know, maybe we're going to make a run to Costco and see if we can find these gold bars and just go get one, at least one, just to say we got one. But it says that gold has risen more than 15% over the past year and more than 55% over the past 5 years. So I think this is pretty cool. Like, I don't know if this is going to be a continuous trend or if this is kind of like the rotisserie chicken that brings people, the rotisserie chicken or the hot dogs that bring people into the door, or maybe even the service center, the tire shop, or whatever it may be, or the free samples to get people in the door for Costco, and then end up getting them to buy something else that's going to be far more profitable. The gold is going to more than likely be priced with the spot market for gold. Therefore, I don't see it being a huge profit center for Costco, but it is definitely something to talk about and get people excited to show up and see if they can even find the bars. For instance, we will travel great distances to get to the closest Costco to us, which is like an hour or two away. I can't even remember, one way. And just to see. And then obviously while we're there, we'll probably end up buying something else. And yeah, we still have a Costco membership, even though we don't live anywhere near Costco, but it's still good to have one. And whenever we are traveling, we will definitely visit and stop in and see what is available. So I don't see anything wrong with it. And I'm pretty sure we got it under a business expense. So it's not a big deal. It's part of the channel. With that being said, we're actually probably going to be visiting a farm here soon, and maybe even showing you guys some pretty cool stuff that's going on at this farm, because I think what it was is they said we will not be having our Main Street market for a few weeks. And this was in the summer that they said this. It's hot and we're building additional infrastructure and planning and prepping for fall crops. We are cover cropping and farming the grass fields for seed and hay, and we'll still be providing some summer vegetables to our restaurant accounts. Thank you for your support. We will be back soon. So I think they're actually going to be back soon, because essentially over the last 4 days now, since it's September 27th, I think the first day of fall was September 23rd. Correct me if I'm wrong. So they're probably getting into the fall crop planting mode. So if you guys want to see our visit to the farm and what's going on in the farm, granted, it's not our farm and we don't own any property or land here yet, but maybe this could be the beginning. This could be the start of us deciding and choosing what we are looking to buy. Maybe hard to pull us away from, especially Michelle, away from walking distance to the beach, but who knows? Anything's possible. Or who knows? Maybe we can just purchase a percentage, like buy in and invest into the farm. And that could be pretty cool too. But they said they support local businesses. So now I do now want to think, I'm thinking I might want to check with a buddy of mine who does have a local business, local restaurant, and see if he sources his products from this farm, which I'd be willing to bet that he does. So if so, this could be an interesting story, and we can just kind of bring it full circle on how it goes from farm to table, so to speak, or farm to restaurant. I don't know what the correct phrasing or terminology would be for that, but we'll keep you posted. Additionally, there's another channel that I really like, and his name is Kevin Chi. And he put up a community post 11 hours ago. And it says, I did a video on the journey to my 10K sub recently, and I found an interesting comment. And this is something that I think all content creators need to learn if they are serious about YouTube. Now, I'm not going to read the entire community post here, but I'll put up on the screen so you guys can see it. And unfortunately, what he ended up seeing or receiving back was, in this instance, was someone who completely missed the purpose of the video he created, explaining his achievement of crossing over the 10,000 subscriber mark. And that is that, according to his video and his research, less than 2% of YouTube channels have more than 10,000 subscribers. So he actually has accomplished an amazing task here. And he is consistently uploading videos, creating new content, and introducing new channels to other channels or whatever, but also helping to motivate and propel other creators in this journey of content creation and building YouTube channels, and, you know, not giving up and trying hard to succeed in this, that, and the other, all by sharing his own personal success and failures along the way. So I like what he has to say. I like his videos. I think they're really well thought out, well put together. And interestingly enough, somebody else shared another channel with me, and they said, Kevin, this channel seems kind of odd. It seems like this channel is like, I don't know. It seems like this channel is like copying you or mimicking you, or, you know, it's like they kind of got like a hard on for you for something, and everything that you do, they do, or everything that your wife does, they do, or everything that your brother does, they do. And it's just like, man, it's like, do they not have any of their own originality or creativity? And honestly, you know, it's weird because it's like imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, I guess. But either way, to each their own. Most content creators that you watch, or any training or any tutorials or courses like that, would say, hey, look and see who is doing really well, and how can you, you know, create based on some of their obvious successes. So if that's all you got, you know, I guess that's kind of what you got to do. But me personally, I like to be original as best I can. It's, you know, it's hard to be original, super original today, because of how much is being created so often. And maybe even you might actually end up thinking you're original and creating something, and coming across someone who maybe had the same idea as you, and just like this crazy, profound space of YouTube and the billions of videos uploaded, and the probably billions of channels that exist that have been created, many of which probably have been abandoned. But either way, I think what's pretty cool is tomorrow we actually have a conference call scheduled in the morning. So this conference call is with a pretty large organization that has contacted and reached out to us for some really cool and exciting branding opportunities and collaborations and promoted videos and sponsorships and things like that. Now, these will be 100% transparent and fully disclosed to all of you, but it is really cool, and we're looking forward to the opportunity of bringing this to you and expanding on the content that we create, but also sharing with you guys how you too could have access to the same if this is something that you are interested in. So finding sponsorships and sponsorship opportunities isn't hard, not super easy, but really, if you find that fine line in the middle of a really great company you can work with that is trustworthy and transparent and honest and fair, also pays well, then, you know, that's just like a win-win situation. But either way, what do you guys think about this? Sorry, I got off track here a little bit. What do you guys think about this Costco gold bar situation? Because it says that Costco is well known as a place to get bargain prices on any variety of items, from food to luggage to appliances to gold bars. And I think at one point Costco was selling, let me know. I'm not a Costco. I'm just new. I'm new to Costco, but I feel like there was at one point Costco was selling some wild stuff to get people to show up. And maybe it's just like a creative buzz and get people talking, right? So they shock you with this crazy item that's on the shelves at Costco that you wouldn't believe, and people start talking, and people start showing up, and this, that, and the other. Was Costco was selling cars at one point, right? Let me know. Let me know if they were. But the other one is, I'm pretty sure Costco was selling caskets too, I think. So these are all interesting things that you probably most people wouldn't expect to see. And it's like, wait, am I going to go to Costco? You buy everything in bulk. So I'm like, am I buying cars in bulk? Or are they only selling huge cars? I don't know how it worked, but it says Costco selling gold bars. Wait, gold bars? Did somebody say gold bars? Yes, the retail warehousing giant is your one-stop shop for 1 ounce gold PAMP Suisse Lady Fortuna Veriscan bars, handsomely detailed and ready for purchase. They're available for the bargain price of, well, you have to be a member to know that, but apparently they were selling for a little shy of $1,900 recently, according to chatter on Reddit. So let's just see, what's the current price for gold per ounce? And we are at 1,000. So this is according to Forbes, $1,911.81 currently is what it says. And they were selling it for a little shy of 19. Most recently was going for $1,876.56 an ounce as of Wednesday afternoon. So maybe you're actually getting a discount on the gold bars, which would be pretty cool. But it says, regardless of the price, gold is selling like hotcakes, judging by comments Tuesday from Costco Chief Financial Officer Richard Galanti, speaking on the company's quarterly earnings call. Galanti said the bars are in hot demand and don't last long when in stock. I've gotten a couple of calls that people have seen online that we've been selling 1 ounce gold bars, he says. And yes, but when we load them on the site, they're typically gone within a few hours, and we limit 2 per member. A couple of important points from that thought. The bars indeed are only available online and only if you're a Costco member. So now I'm really glad that I read this and didn't go all the way over there just to see if they have. And it says you got to be a member, which costs you either $120 or $60 a year, depending on which program you pick. And the retailer also is limiting the purchase to 2 to a customer, meaning it would be pretty hard to build a position that would lead to financial security. Again, I only wanted it just to kind of like see if they had it or get one, and, you know, just to add to the collection and say I got a gold bar from Costco or whatever. But at the very least, though, it is an effective promotion and one that could appeal to a certain sector of Costco's shopping clientele. And Rose noted that the company seems to have accelerated its offerings of dry foods and other survivalist goods at a time when worries about the future are running high. For example, the company markets a 150 serving emergency food preparedness kit that could come in handy, you know, just in case, and gold meshes with that type of product. Would you guys agree? How many of you guys actually own physical gold? How many? And if so, where do you typically buy your gold from? Just kind of curious. So, and would you be interested in buying gold bars at the current price point of roughly $1,900? Would that be something that interests you? And for instance, if it was a 2 gold bar maximum per member, effectively $3,800, would you go buy them? So this is pretty cool. This is pretty interesting. I'm going to keep up with this. I want to see if anybody's actually picked up any gold bars that I know of. It says that they've done their market research. I think it's a very clever way to get their name in the news and have some great publicity. And there is definitely a crossover of people living off the land, being self-sufficient, believing in your own currency. And that's the appeal to gold as a safe haven, as people have faith in the US dollar. And the interesting thing about this is that they got a chart here of the gold COMEX too for December. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let's see if I can do it so y'all can see it. Damn, contrast is wicked on this thing. So the crazy part about it is it's like, all right, well, if Costco's doing it, so we look at this the same way that I'm looking at YouTube, in a way that people are essentially, because you look, how many channels have you seen out there similar to other channels? How many channels have you seen out there that copy and try to copy and mimic Mr. Beast? It only makes sense. He's getting tons of views. Why not do what he's doing to do the same? So I get it. So if this works for Costco to get great publicity and people in the door and new memberships and new sales and purchases and this, that, and the other, do you see other retailers doing it? Do you think Walmart would ever start selling gold bars? Do you think Sam's Club or Target or whomever would start selling gold bars? That'd be Amazon. I don't know if Amazon sells gold, but I don't know if I'd buy gold off Amazon. But it says that precious metals have been on a run over the past several years. Gold has risen more than 15% over the past year and more than 55% over the past 5 years. And with inflation still elevated, banks under the gun from a regulatory standpoint, and looming issues in the commercial real estate market, the safe haven aspect of gold and silver should be strong. Yes, should be, as long as you get it. Because I did see a story the other day where some U.S. postal worker got busted for stealing checks out of the mail. Essentially, I guess that they were delivering or sorting. So you got to be careful. But hopefully these will be insured. But people are stealing a lot these days. Obviously, we talked about Target and other stores closing down because of theft. But we even talked about it here as well as seeing YouTube channels stealing other people's content in this reaction video genre, where they're just stealing somebody else's video and just sitting there staring and looking at it. So it's sad, it's unfortunate, but it's the world we live in, unfortunately. But it says, lastly, we know what the roadmap looks like. Bank failures, commercial loans defaulting at an alarming rate. They don't seem to have a handle on inflation, and that's why they keep raising interest rates, he said. The outlook for stability in the market isn't good, and people want a tangible asset that's going to be a safe haven. And that's what gold and silver provide. So, yeah. So I guess the question that I had, the final question would be, what do you plan on doing with your gold? Do you plan on just keeping it and it appreciating in value, theoretically, creating a bigger return on your investment? Do you plan on ever using it or selling it? Or do you plan on passing it down to another generation? I'm just kind of curious. I have no intentions on anything for mine except for keeping it. That's it. So keeping it and passing it down as, just another diverse investment, stored value, appreciating asset. That's pretty much it. I don't think we're ever going to get to a point where we're going to be using gold to conduct transactions, but hey, anything's possible. And if that were to be the case, then at least I have it. It's the old saying, it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if you're going to tune in tomorrow for our live stream. And let me know if you got any gold bars from Costco or anything like that. Let me know if you saw the Republican presidential debate as well. There was a period on there where everybody was just talking over each other. We couldn't hear a word that they were saying. Yeah, I don't, I'm almost like changing my opinion on the possible outcome of this Republican debate and, who could potentially be the nominee for the Republican card in the next election. But I'm not gonna put that out there just yet. But there were some interesting responses from the governor of Florida, for which obviously the state that I live in, and a lot of the things that were thrown at him in respect to how he's running this state and ultimately how he would run the country. I'll just leave it at that. Until next time, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you real soon. Bye.